Okay, so I would like to ask you, what organ in the digestive system does this football most likely resemble? Does anyone know?
A stomach.
A stomach. Yes, and I have a picture of your digestive system right here if you want to look at this. And we can see that this football does resemble the stomach somewhat, which is right here. The stomach is a muscle, and what it does is it helps break down the food that we eat, so nutrients can be absorbed in our body. In our stomach we have gastric juice, which is a highly acidic liquid, and it helps break down our food. And Elizabeth will give you an example of how the acid breaks down food.
Okay, in this experiment we're going to use 1 cup, a piece of chalk, and some vinegar, all things you can get around the house. So I already have vinegar in the cup, and vinegar is an acid, and we have acids in our stomach that break down foods. I'm going to drop a piece of chalk in the cup, and you should soon see it bubbling.
It's bubbling.
Because of the acid.
And stomach acid is 10,000 more times stronger than that vinegar.
Yes, so you see how the acid, which is the vinegar, is already breaking down the chalk, and even stronger acid in our stomachs do this to our food, and that's how we digest food. So, the second way the stomach digests food is strictly mechanical. Muscles in the stomach help mash up our food, producing a pulpy mixture called chyme. Alright, so now we will start an experiment with baggies that resemble our stomachs.
If you want to help Elizabeth.
I like to put my hand there so they stay. I was putting up my hand.
Okay, so these Ziploc bags are going to resemble our stomachs when we put food in them and eat. So he has one, and I have one that we will not touch. So first we're going to add a little bit of water in them. Here, Samuel. Here's a measuring cup.
Not quite full, I think.
Okay.
About 6 ounces of water.
Roughly 6 ounces of water into his stomach. And now, okay. And now my stomach. Alright, Samuel, let's come eat. Yum, yum, yum. Alright, Samuel's going to eat 2 crackers. Now I'm going to eat 2 crackers. We have pistachios. We have, let's do 3 pieces of bread. And we have to eat healthy, so we're going to have some green celery. Let's just get a little handful of celery. Alright, we're going to observe our stomachs as we eat them. So zip it up for me. Alright, so my stomach, we're just going to lay down and watch. Samuel's going to squeeze his 5 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Alright, and then he's going to lay his down. Alright, and now observe what each of the stomachs look like after one stomach is calm and the other one is going. So in 5 minutes, we will get to see what they look like after sitting for 5 minutes.
Okay, so it's been 5 minutes since we last checked our stomach. I'm not going to touch my stomach. I'm just laying around. So here's mine. Samuel, if you'd like to squeeze yours 5 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, put that back down, and we can see the difference this makes. Just put it down. Okay, we'll come back in 5 minutes and check again.
So it's been 10 total minutes since we first put the water and the food into the bags. So I'm still not going to touch this bag. So the stomach is still still. Maybe the person's laying down or being lazy. And Samuel's going to take his stomach and squeeze it 5 more times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Alright, now you put it down. And you could already see changes between the two stomachs that are being still and the ones that are moving. So we're going to wait for 5 more minutes, so it'll be a total of 15 minutes, and then look at the last changes or the last observations between the two stomachs. Alright, so it's been 15 minutes since we first put our food in our stomachs. This bag still hasn't been moved or still hasn't gotten touched at all. Samuel's bag, he's been moving it throughout the 15 minutes as you see on the video. So Samuel, do you want to move your stomach 5 more times? Show the camera.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Very good, now lay it down. So comparing both of the stomachs, the one that's been touched and the one that hasn't been touched, which bag shows the greatest amount of breakdown?
Mine.
Very good. So why do you think this was so?
Because I squeezed it.
You kept squeezing it and moving it, just like a regular stomach. So in both cases, did all the food break down in 15 minutes?
No.
No. Why do you think this was so?
Because that one wasn't being squeezed.
Very good. So what does that tell you about the digestive process?
The muscles squeeze the food to make it so you can digest it.
Very good. So does it take a long time to digest a food or a short amount of time?
A long time.
A long time to digest food. Very good. So we hope you've learned a lot today with our projects.
Woo! Woo! Woo!